Room 309, The Last Check-In. Part 1. The Town. There's a small town in southern Oregon called Ashland. It's quiet, peaceful. The kind of place where nothing unusual ever seems to happen. But at the edge of town stands an old hotel that locals don't talk about after dark, the Blackwood Inn. It has 3 floors and officially 308 rooms. Part 2. The Warning. In the winter of 2023, Daniel Carter took a job there as the night manager. He had recently moved from Portland, looking for something quieter, something simpler. Daniel didn't believe in ghosts, didn't believe in curses, didn't believe in stories. On his first shift, Martha, an older housekeeper who had worked there for decades, gave him a strange warning. She leaned close and whispered, "If anyone checks in after 2:13 a.m., don't give them room 309. Daniel laughed. "There is no room 309, he said. Martha didn't smile back. Part 3. 2:13 a.m. 3 nights passed without incident. Then, on the 4th night, at exactly 2:13 a.m., the lobby bell above the entrance door chimed. Daniel looked up. A woman stood in the doorway. She wore a long black coat. Her skin was pale, almost gray. Dark shadows circled her eyes. She didn't blink. "I'd like to check in," she said softly. Daniel checked the computer. No reservation. "We have vacancies," he replied. The woman tilted her head slightly. "I prefer room 309. Daniel felt a strange chill crawl down his spine. "There's no room 309, he began to say. But when he glanced back at the system, room 309 appeared on the screen. Available. He swallowed. "Of course," he said. Part 4. The Reflection. He handed her the key. When her fingers brushed his hand, they were ice cold. She walked toward the elevator. As the doors closed, Daniel noticed something that made his breath catch. In the elevator mirror, he could see himself standing in the lobby. But the woman had no reflection. The elevator dinged. Floor 3. Part 5. The Call. At 2:45 a.m., Daniel heard something. A faint scratching sound coming from above. Scratch, 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 like fingernails dragging slowly across drywall. He picked up the phone and dialed room 309. No answer. 2 minutes later, the front desk phone rang. Caller ID, room 309. Daniel answered. Silence, then breathing. Slow, wet, and then a whisper. "He's still in the walls." Click. Deadline. Part 6. The History. The next morning, Daniel confronted Martha. She looked pale when he mentioned room 309. In 1987, a family checked into that room. A husband, a wife, their 8-year-old son. 3 days later, the wife disappeared. The husband claimed she left in the middle of the night. But weeks later, guests began complaining about a smell. Maintenance tore open the wall in room 309. They found her body sealed inside. The husband was arrested. He later hanged himself in prison. The boy, he was never found. Part 7. The Second Night. The following night, Daniel waited. 2:13 a.m. The bell chimed. The same woman stood there, unmoving. "Room 309, she said. Daniel forced himself to speak. "That room is under maintenance." The woman's expression changed. Her jaw stretched unnaturally wide. Her eyes darkened until they were completely black. "He doesn't like when you lie," she whispered. The lights flickered, then went out. Part 8. The Wall. When power returned, she was gone. But the elevator stood open, floor 3 glowing. Daniel grabbed a flashlight and went upstairs. Room 309 existed again. The door was slightly open. Inside, the air smelled damp, rotten. The scratching sound came from the far wall. He stepped closer, placed his ear against it. From inside, a child's voice. "Please, let me out." Daniel stumbled back. The wall bulged outward. Small handprints pressed from the other side. Part 9. The Boy. Daniel searched old records the next day. The missing boy's name was Elias. Some guests over the years had reported hearing crying inside the walls. Others claimed to see a small figure standing at the end of the hallway at night, always near where room 309 should be. Part 10. The Final Night. Daniel decided he wouldn't ignore it again. 2:13 a.m. The woman returned. "He's been alone for 36 years, she said. "Who are you?" Daniel asked. Her voice cracked as she answered. "I never checked out." The walls began to bleed. Dark stains spreading across the wallpaper. The ceiling shook. Part 11. Breaking the Wall. Daniel ran upstairs. Room 309's door slammed shut behind him. The wall split open. A small, pale boy crawled halfway out. His eyes were completely black. "Mom said you would help," he whispered. Behind him, the woman screamed, "If he leaves, I burn." The room trembled violently. The boy looked at Daniel. "If I stay, she stays." Daniel grabbed the boy's arm and pulled. The wall shrieked. The woman's body ignited in silent flames. The room collapsed inward. Everything went dark. Part 12. The Morning. Daniel woke up in the lobby. Police stood around him. Management stared in confusion. "There is no room 309, they insisted. The hotel had only ever had 308 rooms. No record of Daniel checking in a woman. No record of a disturbance. No damaged walls. Just normal. Perfectly normal. Final scene. That night, Daniel lay in his apartment. He checked the clock. 2:13 a.m. The doorbell rang. He froze. Slowly, he walked to the door. Opened it. A small boy stood outside, smiling. His eyes slowly turned black. "You checked me out," he said softly. "But you never checked her out." The hallway lights flickered. From inside Daniel's apartment walls, scratch, scratch, scratch. A whisper drifted through the drywall. Room 309 is waiting. Some rooms don't need keys. They need souls. If you like the story, subscribe to the channel and wait for the next video.